What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I want to talk about Terra Luna Classic in this video again because we're seeing consistent movement for this position. Honestly, it's making me very, very excited. The only thing that may be a little bit of a drawback or something that we have questions for is really the volume, and you would like to see that increase as well. So, we're going to talk about Terra Luna Classic in this video. It's up a massive amount over the last month, and we could potentially see a lot more as as we have more interest that's flowing into it. Obviously the popularity, the growth that we can see with it, the different things, burns that are associated with that volume that we've seen in this month, all of that. And more in this video. So if you guys could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you want to check out my links down below, right? I have a link down below for Fortis X. If you guys want to give that a look, keep your holdings working for you with this platform. You can earn up to 20%, 21% variable APY with no lockups, no withdrawals anytime. Also, if you want to check out my link for BTCC down below, feel free to do so. You can get up to a 10% deposit bonus on your first time deposit, extra bonuses up to $10,055, and enjoy up to 40% lower trading fees, as well as being able to trade all the way up to a 500x leverage with no VPN and no KYC that is required. So again, feel free to check that out. Both of those links will be at the top of the description. Now, for Terra Luna Classic, the conversation on Terra Luna Classic, right, there's many sides to that conversation, whether it's going to be positive, whether it's going to be negative, whether it's going to be something that absolutely explodes in value and being able to utilize it. Also, whether you're going to be able to see the survival of the Classic chain. So many conversations. But when it comes to the investment side of it, as an investor, it's very exciting to see positivity, and not just any regular positivity like 5%, 10%. We're talking about 20, 30, 40, 50% or hundreds of percent. And we're looking like we're like baby stepping into the hundreds of percent level, because right now we are up a decent amount over the last day, as well as the last week, as well as the last month. So over the last 24 hours, we are up by 9.22%. It's at a 0.00006912. It's also at a $381 million market cap, and the volume sitting around about a $70 million volume day. We won't go through the supply because the supply hasn't really changed much. We have seen decent burns, not to the level that we all want to see, but we've seen burns that have happened. It's just not a significant balance to where it'll affect what we're looking at there. However, the movement has been amazing for the last 24 hours, but not only for the last 24 hours, it also has been amazing for the last week. It's up by 51, almost 52% for the last week alone. And if we look at the last month, it's up 88%, almost 100% gain within a month. And honestly, this has happened in less than a month, from the 9th all the way to where we are today, which is the 29th. So we're looking at about, let's say, 20 days. We're seeing 88%. This could continue, and we could see a lot more success, a lot higher rising for Terra Luna Classic. So as an investor, it's like, bring on all the gains, bring on all the investments. The one concern that I do have, that I would say with potentially seeing that, is the lack of extensive volume, I would say. It was at $150 million worth of volume the last maybe couple of days, but now we're seeing it at about 70 million. So definitely a little bit of the hype or FOMO dying off. We would love to see it continue to gather more volume, but it's down by 48% over the last 24 hours in the volume itself. So that's probably the only thing that I would say really not super concerned about, but concerned about for the kind of push in what we want to see for Terra Luna Classic to jump hundreds and hundreds of percent. You kind of need to see that volume come in, like 200 million, 300 million, 500 million, $1 billion worth of volume, and so on and so forth. Also, on a more positive note, the volume that we have seen, it's going to create a good, sizable burn for Terra Luna Classic and for Binance, as long as most of the volume did happen within Binance, which typically it does, right? If we go into the markets, we're going to see that 15 million, 20 million has gone through Binance alone, which is, a good chunk of what we have in 24-hour volume. So I don't have any concerns there. So we should see a good size burn on the 1st of May, as long as they do plan to still do it. Now, I did want to go into some news and see where Terra Luna Classic is and what they're doing. So we have the price surge, 88% over the last month, top 100 returns. So I guess it has jumped back into the top 100. It's at 97 by market cap. That may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing. You might have it as a good thing because it has more eyeballs, more attention, where people are looking at the bottom of the list to say, oh yeah, Terra Luna Classic, great play, let me get into that. And you have more volume that's going into it because of where it is by market cap. However, you can also have it on the second page, which would be things that people are searching for, and then you start to see it in trending, but it's not on the first page, so people have to go and look for it. So it's like it's a little bit more of a search and more desirable at that moment. But I like the fact of creating or having more attention on it, having the eyeballs on it right from the first page. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Trading activity, daily volume has spiked approximately 123 million. We just saw that volume is down to 70 million, but still a decent amount. Cumulative burn as of late April 2026, roughly 444 billion LUNC has been burned, which again, amazing, right? That's a half a trillion LUNC that has been burned. So while we were at a 7 trillion mark in the beginning when everything collapsed, we now saw half of a trillion that's burned off. Now, at that rate, it would take a very, very long time to see everything get burned off unless we had, drastic stakes, right? 1.5% burn tax on every single transaction. We're talking about, exchange volume and on chain, off chain. If we saw that, we could see an increase in burns. Businesses and DApps that are creating to burn, big money holders that, or big money, investors that can see the value in burning and what they do have versus what it could be. So the burns are great. Binance contribution remains the primary driver of voluntary burns. Its cumulative contribution, can't speak, reaching over 80 billion tokens, which is absolutely fantastic. Staking approximately 931 billion LUNC, or 14.4% of the supply, is currently bonded in staking, which reduces the immediate tradable float. And obviously, you see the difference between the total supply and the circulating supply. So that's just some news, some things that are going on, right? You have some technical information as well. Independence Era roadmap. The community is implementing the Cosmos SDK v0.53 upgrade, which enhances cross-chain connectivity via IBC to major networks like Ethereum and Solana. Market Module 2.0. This is a new module is being tested to introduce stricter minting controls, aiming to prevent the hyperinflation issues that plague the original ecosystem, which will be good if we get to a point where the supply gets back down. Obviously, it would be really, really good to be able to see that and have something that we learned from. And it's showing that we have learned from it, but now as investors and holders and part of the community, we have to be willing to accept something, right? To give up something. And I think being able to give up some of our coins to decrease the supply would also be amazing. And then we can set everything back to what we wanted. Sentiment has been influenced by a $40 billion lawsuit filed by Terraform Labs bankruptcy estate against trading firm Jane Street, alleging its role in the 2022 UST DPEG. So there's some things going on. I wouldn't say that this is dead or out of the conversation. It clearly is in the conversation and clearly can see some major pickups, some major moves, almost 90%, almost 100% in gains over the last month, or let's say 20 days. So guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to check out any of the links down below, you want to check out my link for FortisX, feel free to do so, or for BTCC, feel free to do so as well. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how much Terra Luna Classic you have, or if you're excited about the future of this chain in the comment section below. But I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.